to get this game underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He leaves it with his back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. He uncorks a bullet to the right.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. He wants to throw it again. Got him downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, but not able to connect there.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing third and long. Got enough for the first. And he launches in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the ground with the back. And he's not going anywhere to start the night as the home team greets their visitors rather rudely.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Bama! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. This is a designed run. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He's open on the right. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. What a nightmare for this defense. His second big play, gashing this secondary and fitting right into that gold standard of Alabama big play receivers.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to find some answers, Reese. I mean, this guy, you can tell he can blow the lid off a defense with that speed, and you just better know where he's at pre-snap. Wherever they put him, let's make sure we get some help over the top. If not, one-on-one is not.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown tie. Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Quarterback making adjustments. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They'll ride the hot hand. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Completes the shuffle pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
red zone opportunity. Wants to throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. At the 35, he's loose. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a shot. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got his man quickly. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
First and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets rid of it. Back open in the middle.
I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him He's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Trying play action. Extending the play. They get to him as he throws. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and he comes up with a massive play right there.
Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Sawyer. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage. You've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off play action on first down. Looking to scramble. On the move, he fires. Got his man. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll try to do it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. They'll try the run. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up second and 3. Up-tempo for the offense. The play action fake. He'll throw it. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's going to fire to the left. He's got it! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
He'll do it himself. Jukes his way for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The give on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Now the play fake. Buys a little extra time. Slings it downfield. Complete downfield.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. He lost one down the sideline. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the side.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They're looking for an advantage to the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and the punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up man. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Here we go. Ready. All set.
Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes. This is a gamble. I imagine. Going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems... Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab down the left side. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bama! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He wants to change this route. To the air on second down. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here he comes out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. From the 10 for the first play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. Caught at the 25. Off and running. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown tie.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He throws one to the left. He's got it along the sideline. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And how about this call and excellent timing between the quarterback and running back on the angle drop?
And how nice nice is it, Reese, on offense to have running backs that can catch the football, right? In these types of situations, on third down, they can help your drives continue. They can give another element to this offense the defense has to worry about. This running back really is a weapon.
The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. He might want another play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Snap to the back. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The option look. Quick toss. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to swing it into the heart of the field. Makes a grab down the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Unloads quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Bring in the heat. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
A lot of guys on defense playing really well with their eyes right now. They were not fooled by that jet sweep.
They'll run play action. Rushes on him. Touchdown, Alabama! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. State offense onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Good timing on the quick out.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corner.
Going for the big play. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there. Handoff from the gun.
Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
fourth quarter now. You're trailing, and the sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now. At quarterback and wide receiver, you're going to have to hit some of these throws, David, to get back in this game.
Yeah, and when you got the lead on the other side, defense, I'm playing tight coverage, making them earn it. I want that clock to tick, and that was a really good play by the offense. Pretty good coverage by the defense, but I got to make them earn it all the way down the field.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man on the right. Inside the 45. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards there.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Running to the left. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Alabama has the clock on his side, trying to finish the game. Off play action. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room.
That's just two guys being on the same page, and they just dialed up a play that they feel so confident in. They know their quarterback and receiver can go out and execute in this juncture of the game, winning, needing that 3rd down to ice it. That was perfect.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it.